You're seeing a lot of AI coming into the service desk arena. What they're doing is they're actually building frameworks. It will only look in that framework and it will only output that one answer, and then they're using that in a workflow and calling it AI. Real common question I'm being asked. We see a lot of MSPs, so we get asked this question, Darren, where should I be using AI in the business? Where are you seeing people having success? And I think there's 2 points here. One is it's in its massive infancy. If you had a 6-month-old baby, would you give it some car keys and tell it to drive the car? No, you wouldn't. Equally, I think as a technical industry, we are sat in a bubble. And we think everybody's using AI and everybody knows what it is, but actually most of our customers as MSPs, they don't know what AI is. So I think there's a lot of education to be done there. But if we go back to the 6-month-old baby view, we're seeing lots of results now in this last 3 to 6 months where you ask common AI engines like ChatGPT, for instance, or Copilot, you ask it a question and you get an answer that is factually incorrect. And that's one of the problems when you're looking at AI. You think about service desk. We want to remove a tier 1 service desk individual, let's say. Well, the problem we've got is we don't know. If we give it the same input, we don't get the same answer every time. And so when we're asking it to ask the wide world of the AI data, we're getting the same question, but the wrong output. So we've had a number of occasions recently where you're asking it, let's say, a HR question because you've not got HR skills inside your MSP, and you're using that information factually correct to then progress that HR issue. And we've actually had a number of occasions where I think it's a glorified Google search engine. When you think about that in a technical world, what we're talking about is I know what question in what way to put into Google, and I also know how to interpret the 10 pages it gives me thereafter to zoom in on which actually is the right answer of the question that I wanted. And that's because I've had the 10 years, 20 years of technical skills to understand the input and output. You put a technical person in front of Google and get them to do the same thing, they would get nowhere near that. So you've got a technical skilled person using a tool that enhances the speed and efficiency they can deliver something. That's where I think AI is, one side of AI. So I think you have to know an element of that topic to understand the right input and the right output. And the way that we're seeing success is around those efficiencies. So I could go and use that topic and I could go and research and it would take me 4 hours to research it, where I can ask the right question from ChatGPT and get the right answer within a number of different prompts, because you can have a conversation with it and within 5 minutes I'll have that 4 hours worth of work. Another great example would be how it presents it back. My English skills and writing skills are not there. Typically a technical person isn't. So me telling it, here's the topic I want to talk about and I want you to use these details below, which is my transcript of it, it will then put that in a way smarter way, in a way better presenting way than I would have done that in seconds. So I think that's massive 2 advantages, but I don't think we're anywhere near where you can have a non-technical person ask a question and get the right answer. And I think where you're seeing a lot of AI coming into the service desk arena, what they're doing is they're actually building frameworks that the end user will ask it a question, it will only look in that framework, and it will only output that one answer, and then they're using that in a workflow to become the whole automated stream and calling it AI. But actually it's not AI because it's not intelligent in any way. They've just given it a database of questions and answers and you're asking it the same question. And that's what they're calling AI at the minute. Where do I think it's going? I think it's got massive potentials, absolutely massive. But where it is today, I think we have to be very careful on how we use it and how we interact with it. And I think a lot of people are underestimating the training that you need to do to actually get it to work inside your business. We use ChatGPT a hell of a lot inside Scalable. We've even created some GTs, which are models that hold our processes, our services, our marketing material. So now when I ask that GT in ChatGPT a question, the first place it's looking is in my database that says this is how we do this work. Well, now I can get a consultant to ask a question as if he's asking Darren the question, because he'll get the answer that Darren wrote into that program. That, I think, is a very smart way of using AI at the minute. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I'd be really interested in, what do you guys think? What are you guys seeing your MSPs and your customers? Really interested to bring this conversation together and understand globally, what do we think of AI today?